Hi, my name is Brian Berthold. I'm here at Interbike 2009 to show you the new 2010 Cadabra Magic Link bike. Uses our Generation 2 Magic Link technology, which we can see here. And what we're about with this, every manufacturer is trying to come up with a way to make a bike climb better and descend better. But we didn't want to stop and adjust the bike. We don't want to stop at the bottom of the climb and adjust it. We don't want to stop at the top and adjust it before we descend. So we wanted something that would do it for us. So came up with the Magic Link, which is this particular piece right here. You can see that this pivots on the frame down here, and the chainstay is actually attached to the Magic Link. So when the link pivots, the chainstay will pivot. Well, what this results in is that the forces on the chainstay, whether it's the driving force forward, which drives the Magic Link forward, or a braking or bump force, or high speed, which causes drag on the tire, have a tendency to drag the Magic Link to the rear. Now, why do we want this? What happens? Well, this is what happens. When the link is forward, you are only using this shock for suspension. This air shock is capable of providing 4 inches of travel, or 104 millimeters roughly. So when the link is full forward, when it's driven forward by the chainstay, by your driving force, you're essentially riding a 4-inch travel bike. The seat tube angle is steeper, the head tube angle is steeper, the bottom bracket is higher, the chainstay is shorter because that pivot moves forward. All of this aids climbing. You're in a good position on the saddle, you're forward on the bike, you're weighting the front end. Great for power transfer. It's very firm, very efficient. But when you get to the top of the hill, or when you encounter some rocks or roughness, that's going to be a little harsh. But when you do hit a bump, again, that will pull this backwards, allowing the Magic Link to engage. When the Magic Link is engaging, we get an additional almost 60 millimeters of travel for a total of 162 millimeters. So at that same time, seat tube angle slackens, head tube angle slackens, bottom bracket lowers, chainstay gets longer. So when you start to go downhill and are hitting bumps, you have 160 millimeters of travel, you have slacker angles, you have a longer chainstay. Again, all these things are great for descending. The saddle moves down into the rear, gets a little bit out of your way, so you can descend on this bike like no other bike that you could climb a 4-inch travel bike. So what we've done, this all happens automatically. There's no switches, there's no thought required by the rider, no motion is necessary, it changes automatically. There's not a sudden change, you don't feel it, you don't realize it. All you realize is that this bike climbs like a cross-country race bike and descends like an all-mountain free-ride bike. And so it's a blast to ride, can be built up under 28 pounds quite easily, and it's one of the most fun bikes to ride that I've ever ridden in my life.